Hey everybody, it's Miss Upwardly coming to you. Hope all is well. Everything is great on my end. As promised, I wanted to start sharing books that have impacted my life over the past few years or so while I've been on this journey to really achieve the things I want in life. And basically everything that I've been setting out for and putting my mind to. And in particular, I kind of got the urge to share a book this time of year because last week was my birthday. And with my birthday being so close to the end of the year, it's actually pretty much a blessing because I'm in an introspective mood anyhow because it's my birthday. But definitely the fact that I was born about 11, 12 days before the new year puts me even in an even more self-reflective space where I'm really actually planning and envisioning and intending my goals for the next year. To that end, I wanted to share the book with you that I found to be particularly helpful to me on my past year of striving toward my goals. This is it. The title is Creative Visualization. Use the power of your imagination to create what you want in life. And just quickly, for me, books have always been very impactful. I feel that through books is one of the major ways that God, I will say God, you might say Allah, Jehovah, Source, Energy, Intelligent, Mind, whatever floats your boat. But I think God really speaks to me a lot through books. And the reason I say that with like this book here, I've had other books where I've bought them, come across them, they had tons of reviews, everyone's loved them, pick it up, open it, falls flat, and I toss it aside. And then maybe it's a year or 2 years later when I just happen to pick it up again, turn it to a random page, start reading random paragraph on that page, and the content speaks specifically to whatever is challenging me in that very moment. And again, I always pay a lot of attention to that because I feel that that is the divine's way of reaching through to me. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit about this book. The author of this book is Shakti Gawain, I believe it's pronounced. That's G as in George, A-W-A-I-N. I actually came across this one night while probably fighting sleep like a baby and surfing Amazon.com. What I remember stood out to me so much about the book was the fact that, one, it was written in the 70s, but so many of the comments and 4- and 5-star reviews were as of late. But two, so many people who had commented on this book had said that they've actually been reading it and rereading it throughout the course of their lives. So it's pretty much become like a staple in different people's lives. They're seeking to set their goals, intentions, maintain positive thoughts in order to attract positive experience into their life, etc. So let me tell you a little bit about it. I'm just going to share some things I found particularly powerful about the book and give you a little background on the whole notion of creative visualization. So the first chapter is what is creative visualization, and it's defined as the creative visualization is the technique of using your imagination to create what you want in life. There is nothing new at all strange or unusual about creative visualization. You are already using it every day, every minute in fact. It is your natural power of imagination, the basic creative energy of the universe, which you use constantly whether or not you are aware of it. This book, it's funny because let me actually give pause here. If you're anything like me, I was the type of person that when The Secret came out and this whole notion of positive thoughts beget positive experiences and you can't get anywhere in life or attract anything great unless you think positively, I thought it was all bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was always of that camp. I have a good friend who kind of is naturally that person who maintains positive thoughts, and mind you, her life looks great. But she would always kind of mention things to me in passing about the importance of maintaining positive thinking and positive thoughts, and God mentioned The Secret, and this was a few years back, and I would always like either internally or physically and externally roll my eyes because I was just like, that shit is fluff. It doesn't carry any merit. It's not anything I've studied or read before in books or religious texts. which I later learned is actually not true at all. But I was very much that skeptic when it came to, not even a skeptic, because that would mean I was entertaining it somewhat. I just totally rejected the thought of my thoughts controlling and setting and establishing what I was going to achieve and even what I was going to see in my day-to-day life. And thank God in the past year I was proven wrong on many occasions about that. And actually, no, I wasn't proven wrong, but what was proven to me is that in order for me to have positive things happening in my life, I had to think positively, because if I'm not, then it was very much the opposite case. So if you're looking at me and watching this and you think I'm loony, that's okay, because I was where you were a year ago. Some of the passages in the book, and let me just read from a little bit the table of contents so you can know what it is that the author talks about. Again, she defines creative visualization. She breaks down how it works in your life. She actually provides a lot of exercises for not only imagining and seeing things as you would and as you would want them to be, but also affirming yourself through words, which of course begets more positive thoughts, etc. What I appreciated about this author a lot is because I felt like, unlike in The Secret, where the whole notion and the process necessary to really attract positive experiences into your life through your thoughts was kind of skinned over, this author really goes deep into how it's not just about thinking positively, it's actually more so about the beliefs that are underneath your thoughts that are really running the show. So for instance, it's not enough just to get up every morning and say, I am skinny, I am skinny, I am skinny. Particularly if you have grappled your whole life with some core beliefs underneath that might be that I am not worthy. Right? No matter how much on the surface you tell yourself you're skinny and you write affirmations that say you are skinny and you picture yourself being a skinny, it's not enough to change your core beliefs, which are the beliefs that you're holding almost subconsciously that are really determining your actions, right? Same thing with if you believe that you tell yourself all the time, I am wealthy, wealth is flowing to me easily, I deserve to be prosperous, I am rich, well, and happy, etc. If you even say some of those things on your own, you might feel a little bit of pinch or choke in your gut. And I experienced that myself, and this book really helped me get to the source of that. Because whether we know it a lot of us carry around notions, or we've been taught certain things that are counter to what it is we're trying to attract. So for me personally, with wealth, I realized that I had a lot of thoughts about, kind of negative thoughts about money and wealth. More so like as in order for me to gain wealth, in order for me to be prosperous, someone else was going to have to lose out. Or I always just felt that it was kind of talk around people growing up that it was almost like this underlying belief that money and wanting more money was bad in and of itself. So no matter how much I was working and striving toward achieving wealth and achieving higher salaries and more prosperity, every time I tried to say affirming words like, oh, I deserve to be wealthy, I could feel it, that it wasn't the case, and I really feel my stomach getting in knots. And one thing that this author said even about that specifically, I posted it on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Miss Upwardly. That's MISS Upwardly for those of you guys not following me on Facebook, like my page. But one thing that she had said is there's actual a passage in here that really speaks to the whole notion with money and what have you, but it's basically like with any of these core beliefs, but specifically money, that if you are not allowing yourself to be wealthy, of course, it's not going to happen. For instance, like a lot of us carrying around, as I said, notions of scarcity, and that in order for me to have and me to have more, somebody else has to lose out. This author had made it a point to say that our natural nature as human beings, what we are born into, is one that is loving and caring. So that if we're carrying around a limiting belief, like in order for me to get more, somebody else has to have less, we're never actually going to allow ourselves to move in a way where we're going to attain more wealth, more prosperity, more abundance, etc., because we're holding this belief that somebody else is going to lose out. And since our natural God-born, divine-born nature is loving, as long as we're holding this belief, we're never actually going to be able to attract or move that thing into our lives. So just food for thought. But overall, I thought the book was awesome. I thought it was really awesome. This and other books were the first ones that really kind of moved me, and I guess where I was open to dealing with the whole matter of my thoughts and how my thinking, and particularly my negative thinking, was influencing my life. So I would definitely recommend it. Trying to see if there's anything else here. I also thought it was really dope too is that she had a lot of what she defines as clearing exercises. So like if you do have a block or you are resistant, say for instance, you might say, I want to be married and entered into a loving relationship, but maybe you grew up in a household where your parents had a tumultuous relationship, or maybe there was no relationship at all. Maybe one parent was there and left, and so deep down inside you might be dealing with feelings of abandonment and not even really knowing it, and those feelings and not wanting to experience that situation again could actually on a subconscious level be blocking you from entering into a healthy and loving and connected relationship. She actually gives exercises in the book for not only helping to identify if you have different beliefs that are blocking the things you want in life, but also too for helping you clear those beliefs if that is the case. So again, I feel like in terms of where the positive thought genre of book is concerned, it was a very responsibly written book, because it's like, sure, you can have this and this is where your power lies, but don't get it twisted. It's not just about you saying a few positive words. Like, you really are looking to discover, engage, and shift these beliefs that you are carrying around deep inside. So again, the book is entitled Creative Visualization. Use the power of your imagination to create what you want in life. And if I had a star rating system, which maybe one day I will, I would give it 4. Until next time, stay up, be blessed, and Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.